this will be our first time competing with the new team that we are on. We both had another coach who deployed into the military. So we are now on Team Absolute Physiques, which is based, our coach, Dave Strickler, is based out of Reno, Nevada. He owns the UFC gym out there, and he's just an awesome person, an awesome team to be a part of. I met him backstage a few years back. He was friends with my old coach, and I just thought of him. As soon as I found out I wasn't going to have the coach I had prior, I just thought of Dave, and I reached out to him, and I couldn't have made a better decision.
That's awesome. And, one of the things I often say, I was saying to John Reese, who was our guest last hour, when it comes to difficulty, I mean, every division's difficult, but I've always thought of, men's physique and bikini as being probably the most difficult in the sense that you have the least amount of stage time. And, it sounds like you've really been practicing your posing and really leaving no stone unturned, even insofar as the side that you've chosen because of tattoos, I think you had said. So even something like that, it's all a strategy, really just making sure that all the fine details are covered.
Yeah, I definitely was a little bit nervous when my coach brought up the fact he texted me and said, "Hey, pose for me on the other side." My first response was, "Nope, I don't like it." And then I gave myself a few hours of practicing it in the mirror, and I was like, okay, because I mean, I love my tattoos and I wouldn't take them back, but you definitely see more definition on my arm that is bare. So I definitely think we're making the right move by doing this. I also was saying that, eventually when I'm a pro and I have a longer routine, I can show both sides.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That is a really good point that we didn't talk about in the first interview. Yeah, but when you're a pro, you do have a longer routine. So yeah, that's
exactly.
And again, bikini, there's just so many competitors. Like right now, they're in the high 600s, and as I said in the first attempt, competitors are paying when they get there. So there's really no idea how many people will actually be there until it's all said and done. And again, you've got the best of three countries, descending on Pittsburgh, PA, all in the quest for the pro card. So this is a great event. And one of the things too that we discussed earlier was the fact that one of the shows that you had intended on doing in 2020 actually canceled, I believe. And this has been a very, very difficult year for the competitors because, I can't think of another year in the history of the sport that's been like this one. I mean, cancellations and postponements left, right, and center.
Yeah, I found out, I think I was about to start peak week, and they announced that Governor's Cup in Sacramento was being canceled, and I was just devastated. I've been on prep since November, like a lot of people, and I just was besides myself. I just kept saying, okay, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. They kept saying it's going to happen, and then, due to everything, couldn't. So once that happened, I told myself and Trish and everyone, like my family, that I was going to get on a stage this year, no matter the circumstances. So now I'm going to be in Pittsburgh in a tent outside. No one would have ever thought this was going to happen, but I'm going to make it happen. And
you guys have been so huge. I mean, like 30-ish of you posting every day, and I think, like we said earlier too, like the fact that you live with your best friend and you're both going for the same show and you're both on the same team. It's just a lot of motivation. And I guess folks maybe don't know, but California has been pretty rough with the gym situation. You said that you found this great facility where you train outside, which has been really like a godsend. I think you said you train there like 6 days a week, and you even bought a treadmill, which who, that's really given it 110%.
I F45 in Rockland they've been amazing to us. We go 5:30 every morning. We've met some great friends there. I'm just so thankful for them. It's a 45-minute, sometimes an hour class depending. And then if I have more cardio to do that day, I'll just come home afterwards and do that at home on the treadmill that we purchased, which is nice to have too. And it's also so hot this week that even going outside, it's supposed to be 111 tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, you're frying an egg on the sidewalk. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, it's nice having a treadmill inside. It was a good purchase. I'm glad we did that. But F45 has been amazing, and we are so blessed to have found them.
Definitely. And, Beth Francis Powerhouse Gym is opening. They put the news out August 24th. New York is another state where the gym situation has been just crazy. I know you said in California they opened very briefly and then they went back to being closed. So,
and like I said, well, in the first interview, they didn't even announce Well, the last time they kept saying, okay, this phase, the gym will open. They haven't even, it's been 6 weeks and nothing's been said.
Right.
So we just have no idea when gyms are going to open.
Yeah. No, and it's been so tough. I mean, I believe Tamer El-Gindi even moved the LA Championships to Vegas because they couldn't even, even do the show in Los Angeles. So, I mean, and now we see the New York Pro is going to Tampa. I mean, like, again, this is the year of the hardcore competitor, where you've got the competitors that are just going to do whatever it takes to get on stage. Like I said, a lot of competitors have basically packed it in for 2020, and so again, I will constantly live this year up for you guys, because you guys really gave 110%. Now, with regards to when you get on stage in Pittsburgh, I know we had said that you're going to continue training maybe this week, next week, but once you get to Pittsburgh, it's you get there on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I get there on Tuesday, so it's only a day out. So a day prior, I most likely won't be training.
Right.
Up until then, I'll still be doing my cardio, probably more so full body workouts,
Right.
not focusing on certain muscles like the week of. But like, this is the first time with my coach for this show, so I don't really know what he's going to have to do in that week. But nothing crazy will change, and I feel good still. I'm feeling a little tired, but otherwise, I'm excited for some cheesecake.
Right. For sure.
I can't
That's
wait
awesome. That's awesome. And you definitely deserve it, because, I mean, in addition to, and we're going a little bit over 5, but not too much, in addition to, everything you've done with your team and with Trish, you have a real job, like State Farm there, you had mentioned. And the reason I bring that up too is because there's a lot of club shots, but that was your job. And, so if anybody sees, Allie's pictures of, oh my God, she's going to nightclubs, and no, that's actually your job, and you're asleep by 7:30, as you said.
7:30 is when I get into bed every night. So I'm not really a party animal. That was just my job. Not
right. That was your job. So, but I think that's, the life of a competitor. I'm not a competitor. I'm in the media, but it is, as they say, like clockwork, training, eating, plenty of rest, and doing it again, all over again, each and every day, pretty much. And at this level, like I said to John, I mean, there might be like 1 or 2 freaks out there that are just doing this for fun, but everybody that's going to Pittsburgh, I would say 98% want a pro card. That's why they're there,
That's why we're all there. Yep.
Definitely.
I'm going for it.
Yeah, for sure. And I think for the ladies too, it's just, like you said, with the tattoos, which, again, you love your tattoos, you don't regret your tattoos, but again, you're doing everything that you possibly can do to get the pro card. And I think that's what your coach is also trying to say also. The competition is fierce. So, if you stand one way as opposed to another, if it means you getting the card, you get the card, that's what it's worth it, And your suit also, I mean, your suit is fantastic. And I know you had said earlier that the suit that you picked was a suit that you're going to go pro in.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the suit maker and the relationship.
Yeah. So I get my suits done always by Toxic Angels. And Margaret is so awesome. She is an amazing person. I actually am on the team. So if you use my name, Allie, at the checkout, you get 10% off your suit.